Hello ladies, let's talk about way to calculate your ovulation. It's very crucial in order to plan your pregnancy. Talking about menstrual cycle is just a series of changes that your body passes through in order to get ready for pregnancy. So the whole purpose of menstrual cycle is just to get ready for pregnancy. If pregnancy occur, fine. If it doesn't, then you will menstruate. So ovulation is a phase in your menstrual cycle, and know this, it varies from person to person. Before calculating your ovulation, you must first of all know your menstrual cycle length. Some people have 26, some people have 28, some people have 31, some people have 30. It ranges from 23 to 35 days. It varies from one woman to another. It varies in intensity and in length. Okay, so you must know your menstrual cycle. Okay, for you to know this, you must have taken your time to calculate this. You use calendar to mark the first days of your period. Mark them for a couple of months. Menstrual cycle length is the period between the first day of your period to last day before the next period. Do you get me? The first day of your period becomes your first day of your cycle. The first day of your period becomes the first day of your cycle, and it runs from the first day of your period to a day before the next period. So menstrual cycle runs from the first day of your period to a day before the next period. The first day of your period to a day before the next period. For instance, you had your November period on the 1st of November and December period on the 1st of December. Your menstrual cycle runs from the 1st of November to 30th of November. So 1st of November is inclusive, while the 1st of December is not inclusive. From the 1st of November to a day before the next period. So you have 30 days menstrual cycle. Remember, we said it is assumed that ovulation occurs 14 days before the next cycle. So 14 days here is constant. Whatever being your menstrual cycle, you go and take away 14, you ovulate on that remaining days. For instance, I have 28 days menstrual cycle. You must know your menstrual cycle before you talk about your ovulation. It's a must. So I have 28 days menstrual cycle, and we know 14 days is constant. 28 days take away 14 will give me 14. That means I will ovulate on the 14th day. And remember, this is just a mere guess. The best way is to track. So it's assumed that I will ovulate on the 14th day, right? You go back to your calendar. So now I want to calculate my next ovulation, and my last period came on the 1st of December, and I have 28 cycle, right? Take away 14 from 28, you have 14. 28 minus 14 is 14. Then it's assumed that I will ovulate on the 14th day of my cycle. And you know that the first period day becomes the first day of your cycle. So you have to count from that first period day. And my first period day is on 1st of December. You count 14 days to know your ovulation day or your fertile window. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You see, I supposed to ovulate on the 14th of December. Right? I'm supposed to ovulate on the 14th of December. Remember, we said that fertile window is 5 days leading to ovulation date, a day of ovulation, and a day after. So your fertile window now, if I'm supposed to ovulate on the 14th of December, my fertile window should be 5 days before this. That from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I want to show you practically how to calculate your ovulation date and your fertile window using a calendar. Okay, before then, you must know your menstrual cycle length, which varies from person to person. You also must know the first day of your period. Is very important. Now, let's assume that I have 28 cycle length, and my last menstruation came on the 1st of December. Right? So that 1st of December becomes the first day in my menstrual cycle, and you must count from there. And remember that it's assumed that ovulation occurs 14 days before your next period. 14 days is constant. So whatever be your menstrual length, take away 14 from there, you get your ovulation date. The day that you are most likely to ovulate. Okay, let's take for instance that I started my December menstruation on the 1st of December. So for me to know my next ovulation date, you have to count, you have to take away 14 from 28. 28 take away 14 is equals to 14. I'm supposed to ovulate on the 14th day of my cycle, and my cycle begins from here. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm supposed to ovulate on the 14th of December. That is my ovulation date. So talking about your fertile window, we said fertile window is about 7 days, 5 days before your ovulation and day of ovulation plus a day after. So 5 days before your ovulation, the day of your ovulation, and a day after. So when you apply it, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a day of ovulation plus a day of ovulation plus a day after ovulation. So these are your fertile window. Your fertile window range from 9th of December to 15th of December. These are the days, these are the period you are most likely to conceive. Let's take for instance that you have 26 cycle. For you to calculate your ovulation date, you have to take away 14 from 26. 26 take away 14, you have 12th day. It means that you are ovulating on the 12th day of your cycle. Then when you apply it on the calendar, you count from the first. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You see, you're supposed to ovulate on the 12th of your cycle, which is 12th day of December. Right? It's your likely ovulation date. Now, let's calculate your fertile window. You are assumed to be fertile from 5 days before this ovulation date, a day of this ovulation, and a day after. Let's calculate 5 days before this day. We calculate from 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 days before your ovulation day, plus this ovulation day and a day after. This is just the simple way to calculate your ovulation and your fertile window. Let me know your menstrual cycle on the comment section and the first day of your last period. Thank you so much for your audience. Try and share this video.